I'm Mike Semlick with Roller Rods. I'm here today to talk to you guys about our Push to Paint program, and it's primarily geared towards all the auto body techs. And I personally myself have spent 30 years in the auto body industry as a painter and a metal man, and am very familiar with all the procedures and what takes place there. And the Push to Paint program really offers an opportunity to save a lot of money in materials, to give your consumer a much better repair and leave their factory OEM finishes intact. And so let me explain this to you in a little bit so you can understand it. A conventional repair method, as all you auto body guys know, is if you have a dent that's this big, first thing in the auto body industry, the first thing you do is you get your grinder out, and you take and you grind the area, so you grind it out to here, and in this process now, as you'll notice, your repair area grows, and this is something that leads into the benefits of a Push to Paint program. So now you've ground out to here, so the auto body technician applies a coat of filler over this, and then sands it off, and then reapplies another coat of filler, generally speaking, 2 coats of Bondo, and then he sends it over to the painter, and then the painter feather edges around the edge, and so now this repair area has grown out to this diameter, and then by the time he primes it, his primer is running out to here, and pretty soon you'll notice you have no room left to blend, so you're into an adjacent panel. Let's say this is a door, now you're into the next door, you got to do all the R&I, remove the door handle and all the things on the door, and you're into a blend panel. Well, one of the big benefits to a Push to Paint is this. If you have a dent this big, and you take a roller rod tip, and your auto body technician goes in there and rolls, here's the real goal. The goal is to get your auto body tech to take the roller rod tip, get in there, and he can crank out 80% of this dent in a matter of seconds, literally, and when he does that, this repair area shrinks. Instead of growing, it's shrinking. And he can get in there and push this dent out to the 80% mark so that now he can just take a DA this one time, glaze it one time, block it one time, send it straight to paint. And so what have we accomplished by doing this? By utilizing this repair method? First of all, you've left their factory OEM finish intact. The factory paint is still on the car. The second big thing is the repair area has shrunk instead of growing. And oftentimes, as you guys know, if you can shrink a repair area, that'll leave a painter enough room to pull off a blend, and thereby saving blend times into adjacent panels and things of that nature, giving him, their painter, much more leeway in color matching and blending. And so you've left all your factory finish intact, your rust inhibitors from the factory are still intact, and you've cranked the dent out to the 80% mark, and very minimal amount of glazing putty applied, and it's a very, very effective way to make a repair. And and it's also, there's a large cost savings to be realized. When you do a conventional repair like this, you're using grinding disc. There's no grinding disc involved with the Push to Paint. There's nowhere near the amount of DA paper used to feather edge, so you're saving substantial savings on DA paper, grinding discs. Again, all your factory rust inhibitors, your factory OEM finish is still intact, so you're not violating any of the factory finishes, and you're also shrinking the repair area so that you can be more competitive when you're writing an estimate. If you can write an estimate and beat your competitor by using a Push to Paint repair method, because you can do that and not have to blend into the adjacent panel, it allows you to be more competitive in the marketplace also, and still providing your customer with a very high quality repair. And that's one of the things that the roller rods have really done, is they make this repair procedure so much easier, because these roller rod wheels, you can get in there and just the technician can roll it back and forth across the dent, or you can just roll up to the dent, stop, make some pushes, get that thing cranked out to the 80% mark, glaze it one time, and send it to paint. It's a very effective repair method. And also, another thing with the roller rod tips, when you're rolling across the back of the panel, because they're plastic, you're not violating any of the rust inhibitors or E-coats or anything like that. You're not scratching the back of the panel, so it's a very friendly repair method that coincides with all the insurance companies' requests, so you don't have to go back in and reapply any rust inhibitors or undercoatings or things like that on the back side of the panel as you get in there and work it. So please visit us on our training page for more information.